And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Yesterday I spoke about the importance of paying yourself first, always. And what does that really mean? And I'm going to repeat myself again today because it's so critical. It's so important, and I wish I'd known about it 20 years ago, 25 years ago, but we got to start somewhere. So paying yourself first, and now I'm going to go a little bit more into the specifics. If you're going to pay yourself first, once you need to have a goal. Why are you paying yourself first? And the main goal really is to become financially free so you eventually don't have to think about money. Don't allow your life to be about money for the rest of your life. That's number one. Become financially free. Now that you have a purpose, now you can understand the second part of paying yourself first, which is, okay, well, if I pay myself first, how do I go about doing that? Well, number one, you gotta make the money, all right? If you don't have a job, then get yourself a job ASAP, now. If you do have a job, fantastic. Now, it basically means if you haven't paid yourself first for 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 years, it means that you're starting today. And what that means is basically you know how much you're making per month, normally. If you're rich, you've already paid yourself first, okay? So now I'm basically talking to the middle class and the people who have low salaries because they haven't paid themselves first, all right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take right off the net income that you get after having paid taxes, because your employer does that for you already, is you're going to take 10% of that money. I'm going easy on you right now, and you're going to put it somewhere else. Now, you could do 20%, you could do 30%, you could do 40 or 50%, but you're probably not there yet, and it might be such a shock to your system, to your financial system, to your habits, to the way your lifestyle, the food you eat. So maybe you're not ready for it yet. If you want to make radical changes in your life, however, actually maybe 20, 30, 40, 50% might be a wise thing to do. Okay, but if we start small, do 10% at least, minimum. And you channel away those 10%, and I would recommend, if you're in debt, which most people are, I'm talking about bad debt, like credit cards, consumer loans, or anything that has an interest rate higher than 10%, or higher than even maybe perhaps 5%, you're going to take 10% of your money and funnel it into that. All right? Choose one. If you have several credit cards, then choose one. I would suggest the smallest one, basically the one that you have less, that you owe less on, okay? Because you want to get a quick win as soon as possible. And if you funnel 10%, not the minimum balance, but 10%, and you've paid yourself first, then that credit card is going to disappear very, very quickly. Okay, so 10% immediately. When you get your paycheck, you're not going to pay rent. No. You're not going to go out and buy food. No. You're not going to get anything else. You're paying yourself first. Now, but, okay, Joseph, well, you're paying yourself first. I thought you said that you're not supposed to pay bankers and all that stuff. Well, yeah, for the rest of your life, okay? But we got to pay them off first because they've got a massive hold on our lifestyle. They've got a massive hold on our confidence. They have a massive hold on who we identify ourselves as. Okay? And you got to get rid of that. You got to get rid of the debt ASAP, as soon as possible. Funnel away 10%. If you're radical, do 20%, but just start. You got to start because it's a habit. Paying yourself first is a habit. And if you just, like, the second part of it, if you do have debts, you do have credit cards, the second part of it is to never use that credit card again. Okay, because then you're undoing the positive habit that you started. You gotta pay yourself first, never use that credit card again, and eventually it will go away. Because you have the habit of paying yourself first on your credit card first most. Alright, so, and if you're never using that credit card again, guess what? You're improving your life step by step. It's happening. And you got to do it again the next month. And you got to do it again the next month. And you got to do it again the next month. Alright, a third aspect of it is basically raising your income somehow. Okay, if you're living on minimum salary, or a salary that doesn't really cover all of your expenses completely, I would suggest that you find something else that pays extra. Okay, don't get rid of your job, but get a second job. Okay, yes, oh well, I don't want my lifestyle to be all about work. Yeah, but for a while you gotta do that because you've lived a lifestyle that's luxurious compared to the value that you're bringing to the marketplace. Alright? You only deserve, really, the value that you're bringing out to the marketplace. You're not entitled to anything. Get rid of that mindset. Entitlement mentality is something that so many people suffer from because we're living in socialism. Most of the countries in Europe and America, we're living in socialism and we feel like we're entitled for things. Forget that. You are getting today what you deserve. Okay? And you got to increase your value to the marketplace. You got to pay yourself first, and eventually you'll deserve a lot, heck more. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Pay yourself first, and I'll see you again tomorrow.